toilet. My neighbor used to have an outhouse for a long time, so.
We're good. Okay, welcome back. We will resume our city council meeting at this time. We just have to continue with the one item, 10.2, a request from MLM Holdings to renew and update a land transfer agreement. So Todd, I'll go back to you. I'll let you kind of drive this.
Sure.
You and Jared are in the driver's seat on this one.
So I think there can be some revisions to the document that offer additional clarification on the process, especially as it regards to phase 1 and phase 2 that's being proposed, as well as the public improvements defining what those improvements are, specifically with the trailhead. That trailhead would include a bathroom, pavilion, and kiosk, and that would need to be done in phase 1 before we would issue a certificate of occupancy for a building in phase 1. As far as we currently have a lis pendens filed against the property, and this is not necessarily a part of the agreement per se, but I think it's clarification on how that's removed. Is first we would need some assurance that's acceptable to the city, showing that funding would occur on Friday between the old investor and the new investor. I don't think that that's a complicated request. We could probably easily see that the funds are transferred, everything's signed. The title company probably has those documents. We would sign the new agreement with an exhibit that has a deed that reverts the property back to the city in the event of default. We would then record this agreement against the property, and then as is mentioned in the agreement, but we would need the new investor, to sign off on this before we remove the lis pendens. There's a requirement that they sign an acknowledgement. This is just timing on when we get that. I think that's it, yeah, and we're being told that the funding is supposed to occur by Friday, so we could include that funding date as a condition deadline in the agreement. I think that's all I have in my notes to make revisions to.
Michael, are you okay? Any concerns with these? These are just some clarifying things we're just trying to.
No concerns at all. I've actually signed the loan paperwork already. We're just waiting for the lis pendens to be removed, and that will fund, and there's no doubt in my mind that if that's taken care of, it will fund by Friday. And I don't have any problems with anything else that you proposed to put in the agreement either.
Can you send me a document showing that the funding's there and that whether it's something from Oasis or the title company showing that that amount will be fully paid
Yes.
by Friday? Okay.
Piece of cake.
Sorry, give me just a minute.
I did have one error in one of the recitals that Mr. Mays pointed out. Is I listed that there was a Deseret First loan against the property, which is, there was a loan pulled out on the property. It was a line of credit, but that was paid off. And I looked for the full reconveyance, and it is on the property, so we don't have to worry about, I would strike that from the recital. Not that it changes anything, but I think it is good to make sure that we have accurate information in the recitals.
You want to ask your
So
clarifying
I'm
question?
confused. I thought when you listed the things, that this had to occur before you removed the lis pendens. I
Yes.
thought that the funding had to occur, not that,
Well,
that the transaction has to go through it. The transaction does not.
transaction cannot go through with the lis pendens in place. So that's why we have a set of requirements that he would need to meet before we remove the lis pendens. And the lis pendens would have a condition on it stating that the removal of this Liz pendant is conditioned on this funding going through. And so the Liz pendant would have its own language, and then we would have a process of checklists that need to be done before we lift it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a second.
Are you preparing your motion then?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go through and type out everything, or do you think you gotta?
I think I might have it.
Okay, all right. I have my notes, so
If
I
I'm-
can jump in if you're okay with that. If
Yeah, I mean, if I'm too generic,
Yeah.
then tell me. So basically, I'm not gonna make the official one yet, right? So what I'm gonna move to do is approve it with the revisions as outlined, provide clarification of certain elements and requirements as outlined by the city attorney, further empowering the city attorney and city manager to finalize those
Yeah.
elements of the agreement.
Yes, because, yeah, part of it, like in phase one, we don't have any deadlines separated between phase one and phase two, in particular, like when a building permit needs to be pulled. So we would separate those two. I don't know what those are, and maybe we could ask the applicant on, or Mr. Mays on what he thinks a building permit would be pulled for the building in phase one. I'm guessing any building permits for phase two is going to be at least a year, because the Clomar would need to be finished before the building permit can be issued. So,
Okay.
Okay?
Wow.
Okay, so I will make a motion to approve a revised land transfer development agreement between Harriman City, Dream Big Enterprises LLC, MLM Holdings LLC, and Mike Mays, with revisions as outlined by the city attorney to provide clarification on certain elements and requirements, including funding, phasing, Liz pendants, et cetera. This is not limited to those things. Further direct the city attorney and the city manager to work on the wording of that agreement to make sure that the elements the council discussed enclosed are all included. Is that good? Or you want me to-
yeah, I think we discussed them here in the public.
All right, that we discussed, that we discussed publicly.
Yeah.
Are included. Jackie? I gave you fair warning.
So the motion on the table by Jared. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Sherry. Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Jared?
Yes.
Sherry?
Yes.
Tara? Yes. And I'll vote yes as well. That motion carries. Keep us posted this week, Michael. Let's get this done. So. Do it. Okay, so that does bring us to the close of our meeting tonight. We do not need to go back to closed, right? That was it?
Correct.
Okay, future meetings, a planning commission meeting next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Our next city council meeting is the 24th at 7 o'clock. We do have a Hungry Harriman and Farmers Market on Monday at 5 o'clock, along with the inflatable dash at 7 o'clock. Did we fill up all the slots? If you want to come watch a lot of people tripping in inflatable costumes, it's going to be a blast. So that is all Monday night here at Crane Park with some music as well, right? There's music here. So yeah, look forward to seeing everybody here on Monday night. With that, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody.